Hey guys, I'm Charlie with Skeeter Boat Center here in Ramsey, Minnesota. We've actually got another location in Chippewa Falls. Just here to talk to you quick about the WX2060, give you a quick rundown of the boat. It's actually our second biggest of our walleye series. So we've actually got the WX2190 if you're looking for a real giant, or a little bit more budget friendly WX1910, which is 200 horse rated. So this guy is actually made and designed for the Yamaha VF250 SHO, as you can see here. If I omit something, definitely not going to be able to go through everything here real quick. If you have any questions, definitely give us a call. We'll be glad to help you with anything that you've got, and obviously these are a very customizable boat package, so keep that in mind when you see what this all comes with. There's a lot of things that we can change and do to make the boat yours. So starting here with the motor, one real unique thing about Skeeter boats in general is they're owned by Yamaha, which means they actually have the ability to design a boat specifically for one engine. So this boat is not made for 250 horsepower, it's actually made for the Yamaha 250 SHO. So this is actually 4.2 liter engine block. It's the highest displacement 250 out there, tons of torque. It's a fast boat. It's actually the lightest weight 250 horse outboard out there. Pretty much nothing that it leaves on the table. It's actually a very, very reliable engine, very quiet, good on fuel. And I think everybody kind of has a good idea of Yamaha's reputation for reliability. So, as I said, this is a package boat. So, as we normally order this boat, it's going to have a kicker, either a remote kicker or tiller kicker. This one happens to be a remote version. You can see they actually updated the graphics on this, have the available dark Yamaha hood to sort of match the SHO, which is kind of a neat deal, in my opinion. And from here we'll just move forward a little bit, show you a few things on the side of the boat, and then we'll hop in. So right here you can see a lot of people are probably familiar with the boat buckle ratchet tie downs. This is a standard on the Skeeter, so just one of those convenience things, makes it a lot easier to deal with. LED lights on all of our custom trailers. From here, actually our Easy Loader custom trailers all have aluminum wheels. The Vault oil bath hubs, which are no maintenance hub. You basically run them until they're dead, which we've had very good luck with them, so shouldn't be an issue, shouldn't be anything to think about. Don't need to carry a spare, they're very reliable. You've got pop-up cleats here on the side of the boat, another one of those convenience features. I don't know how many rods I've broken on the standard fixed cleats, you know, so just to be able to fold them down out of the way. Small thing, but kind of a big deal to me. So obviously nice big step pads on the trailer, the lit up Skeeter logo going down the highway. It's kind of a nice touch on the trailer anyway. So midship here we can actually kind of get a good look at the depth of this boat. Again, this is our walleye series, so it's high-sided, deep V hull. It's a true 20-foot plus big water machine. It's actually lots of dead rise, basically 18-degree dead rise on this hull. It's got a little bit of reverse flare up here, help knock the waves down. And another really neat thing about this hull, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it with the camera, very, very noticeable in person, but actually we've got what they call the react keel here, and it's basically an extra 6 inches added to the keel for tracking purposes. So if you look at the bottom, it's actually got a kind of a step like this, and goes almost straight down. It's kind of a neat deal. You'll really notice that while you're running the kicker, running the trolling motor. A lot less work. With a crosswind, that type of a thing, you'll notice a lot less countersteer, that type of a deal. So other than that, we've got heavy duty Fulton F2 winch up front, also heavy duty Fulton matching F2 series tongue jack. All of our trailers are tough coated. Obviously swing away tongue, that's getting to be fairly common on most of these packages anymore, but definitely a convenience feature. 7-pin round plug, so you don't need a wiring adapter for most trucks. One more thing here, just since we're outside of the boat, kind of a problem that is common with these bigger deep V boats is launching loading on steeper ramps. What will happen is actually when the boat rolls off the bow roller here, people will end up breaking the bottom of their trolling motor, cracking this area, cracking the plastic, maybe pulling the trolling motor off the bow. And this custom slide bracket from Skeeter actually just pushes this out of the way, so that's never a problem. And kind of a small thing again, but it's unique to Skeeter. You'll only find it on our boats. So here we are in the Cockpit Command Center. We'll move our way around the interior a little bit, kind of look around, and I'll open some compartments and see what we have here. So first I should make mention, these seats are awesome. Very wide-bodied seat, comfortable, probably the biggest non-captain's chair of any of the boat brands. Is just a very soft seat. Rough water, you definitely will appreciate it. So here at the steering wheel, one of my favorite things about this is all the space that you've got for mounting electronics. So if you're a guy who wants 2 big screens, maybe a 12-inch here, 10-inch to the left, you know, 1 sonar only, 1 map only, something like that, we can mount that here. Big improvement over some of our previous models. You'll see a lot of boats that have just maybe a flush mount area in the dash for 1 unit. This has a lot more customizability than that, so pretty neat deal. You've got tilt steering on all of ours. That's a standard anymore. Yamaha digital command link gauges, so you've got fuel, gas gauge. This is tachometer, trim, and a lot of other functions, but pretty neat that they have actually the digital gauges standard anymore. Live well controls, touchpad here for your bilge pump, horn, courtesy lights, all that jazz. Probably not something you need to look at here under the camera, but you've got labeled circuit breakers for everything down here. Very easy to read, easy to reset if you have an issue. This boat's actually standard with a stereo as well. 2 speakers, Bluetooth receiver. Push this little button here and it'll link up to my iPhone, and you'll be jamming out if you're not catching fish. So I don't know if you can see here, we've got a new side panel on these. Obviously Yamaha control box. This is where your kicker control is, so both of them are out of the way of each other, easy to get at, don't need to do much moving around in the seat. This is kind of a unique feature, this dry dock button. This is actually a forced air ventilation system, so you flip this on, it's kind of like a live well timer where it'll run for a while and shut off. It'll actually suck air from a grate underneath the dash here and force this air through your compartments to basically dry your boat out after a wet day, or actually just keep that musty lake air from getting everything all moldy and whatnot. So kind of a neat deal. From there, we've got, I'll spin around here, sorry. Side storage, big deal on these boats. Definitely an improvement over what we've had. This is actually a very wide compartment. If you have those Plano 3600 boxes that are real popular, they actually stack in here real nicely, so you can get a number of those boxes in here. Same thing below. You can see the buoy that we've got jammed in here. It's actually pretty darn wide as side compartments go. So Our WX series boats all have jump seats, so you've actually got the ability to just flip these down out of the way if either you don't have that passenger or maybe you're fishing up front once you stop. Little tool holder back here, this is kind of handy. Put your pliers in there or whatnot. And actually under this jump seat, we've got storage. So a couple of those 3600 Plano boxes. That's that size that fits perfect in the side compartment. This is that live well. Big, huge center door. Being that this is a popular tournament walleye boat, this is actually a fairly deep live well. More focused on being a deep live well than actually a long live well, so that way your water isn't sloshing around from side to side a lot on those rough days. So definitely good to have those deep live wells. Doesn't beat your fish up as much on a rough day. So other side here, we've got what's called the rod holster. Pretty unique deal to our new Skeeter WX series and MX series. So this is actually over 12 feet long. So if you're a guy that has, in this series, probably line counter rods, that type of a thing, big reels, maybe 12-foot rod, something like that, maybe 9 to 10 on average, but you can actually get 12-foot plus rods here without the need to break them down or anything like that. So use those rod sleeves. You can easily get 6 to 8 of them in here. And this is actually just the backup rod compartment. You've still got this center rod storage. We'll get there in a second. So very, very accessible battery storage. This obviously is a 36-volt system. So we've got 3 trolling batteries plus a cranking battery. Forgive me, this boat's been fished out of a little bit here, so we've got a little bit of dirt. But anyhow, onboard charger, basically everything you need, very accessible, easily serviceable. One other thing, since we're down here, this is a washdown floor, so we can pull this whole carpet set out if you'd like. Non-skid surface. A lot of folks will actually pick this boat up and never actually even use the carpet that comes with them. I like the carpet because it's extra amount of grip and whatnot, but pretty neat deal. Keep the fish slime manageable. So before we go up front, just want to show you real quick kind of an overlooked storage opportunity. These glove boxes are huge, so you know, I'm just under 6 feet. You can see how deep this glove compartment goes all the way up to my shoulder. Pretty cool spot. There's also some actual storage ledges underneath the dash. Might be a little hard to see with the camera, but good place to stuff a jacket, that type of a thing. So from there, we've got transition step. This is a cooler, and I should mention actually that both the live well and front bait well are also spray foam, just like the cooler, so well insulated. Gonna keep your fish happy. Just as a side note, kind of an important thing. So this is an 8-foot plus rod storage compartment. Kind of a neat thing that we had some influence, I think, in the design of. No longer have rod tubes in this compartment, so that's one of those things the rod organizers always showed real well on the show floor, but limited your rod space. So this rod locker is made for people to sleeve their rods, get a lot of them in there, and if you get used to the system, it's so much better than the tubes. Come on up front. We've got big, huge dry storage compartment here. Obviously all dry storage, so if you happen to take waves over the bow, rainy day, pretty hard to get your equipment actually wet in here. So one thing with the WXs too, as say opposed to our multi-species MX boats, these decks are raised up high. So what that does is it actually gives you extra storage compartment depth. So there tends to be a little bit more focus in these boats on fishing out of the cockpit, or maybe sitting in a fold down chair up here, as opposed to maybe the average guy in our MX series might be standing and casting all day. in that style of boat where they want that lower deck. But higher deck gives you a lot more storage volume, kind of a focus in a lot of these competitive big water boats. Another little neat storage area, 3,600 boxes again. We've got that on both sides, as you can see. Dry storage here. This is actually front bait well. This is 9 gallons, again insulated like I mentioned there. And both live well and bait well are also lit as well. And kind of a quick, neat deal. Another tool holder up here for pliers and whatnot. Trim for your main motor here. Part of that nationally advertised package, the top of the line Minn Kota Ulterra 112-pound thrust automatic stow deploy with iPilot. If you're a walleye fisherman, if you like to get out on those big lakes, in the market for maybe a 20-foot rock solid deep V hull boat, check out the WX2060. We encourage test drives. Give us a call or a heads up. We'll do what we can to make it work with you, and also willing to customize that package however you want. So thanks for going through the boat with me. Again, we have 2 locations, Skeeter Boat Center in Ramsey, Minnesota, also Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. Give us a call, check out our website, send us an email. We'll do whatever we can to help, and thanks for watching. Have fun fishing.